Hey everybody, it's Hunger again, and it's time for another Fakemon showcase. Today's showcase, TheCoreEnforcer. Now, you're gonna see some of these artworks that look familiar. It's definitely not because TheCoreEnforcer is the same person as Darkmaster and Altraria Gamer, who has rebranded their channel yet again. That's definitely not what. Okay, it happened. So yeah, same person, different name. First off, we have Chameleon. It's the Cosmic Chameleon Pokemon, apparently. It's a Psychic type. I mean, it's a quadruped chameleon Pokemon that looks more like a chameleon. We just got Savile. It's one of those, like, too soon, man, too soon. You know, it's one of those things where if I had seen this before, February 27th, and the Pokemon Direct, I'd have been like, oh, this is a really cool idea. We need a chameleon Pokemon, but we have Savile now, so not so much. It's a decent design for what it is. It's just, we have Savile. Next up, we have Jigsboo. It's a Dark Ghost type, and obviously it's meant to resemble the Jigsaw puppet from Saw, and I love it. It's probably my favorite Pokemon in this batch, maybe even my favorite Pokemon that Darkmaster / Altraria Gamer / TheCoreEnforcer has ever sent me. So I love this thing. It's a simple design. Right away, when I saw the little bitty thumbnail version of it, I was like, that looks like Jigsaw. and I was very pleased when I opened it up and figured out that yes, it's definitely trying to emulate that. So kudos, this is a really great design. Alright, next up, Arquat. It's a water electric type. What am I looking at? It's got this weird, like, third limb / tail thing. Is that like a mermaid tail? Is it supposed to be webbed? Is it supposed to have, like, sparks coming out of it? What's the deal with its back? Is that like sparks coming out of it, or fire, or spikes, or hair? Sorry, it just. I think this thing creates more questions than it does answers. It looks like it's supposed to be some sort of a mouse or a squirrel, or like I said, I just don't know.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's a little weird. And it's one of those things where I try not to harp on the artwork too much. I realize this is more about the concept than it is the artwork. Like we're looking more at the concept of them on here, but when I can't tell what the concept is, it hurts it a little bit. So, Neonid, it's a bug type. Neonid's silk-like webs glow a bright shade of green, which lures its prey. So this is like, there's a type of worm that like a little bug worm thing that lives in caves that does this type of thing. They have these strands of kind of luminous silk that kind of hangs down from the ceiling, and prey sticks to it, and it goes and eats it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it. I'm guessing that's kind of what this is based on, but I like the overall design of this thing. I like the reference to the Pokemon, the reference to the real life creature. So yeah, this is a great mon in my book. I can get behind it. UB Tiniac. It's a bug. That's all we get. It's Stewie Griffin with horns, no arms, and a tail. and giant bug eyes. It's definitely got the bug eyes thing going on there. So yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be a cute mon. So yeah, I'm not gonna rip on the art. Again, I'm trying not to critique the art itself. I'm just more looking at the concept. conceptually, there's not a lot going on here. It's one of those things where Ultra Beasts tend to be really strange looking. You know, they tend to not look a great deal like Pokemon. I think that was I think Ultra Beasts were kind of a space for the people who are designing these monsters to get kind of creative and out there with the designs and this thing. It looks more like it would be like a Pokemon that you find somewhere. Like, it doesn't like look so much like an Ultra Beast. It doesn't look like a bug type. It doesn't look like a normal bug type Pokemon. So in that respect, it is weird. But it does look like maybe a fairy type that you'd find somewhere. You know, so like a bug fairy or something. Anyway, Keeling. Yeah, it looks like it's the young key Pokemon. I was kind of confused as to whether it was the young key or the found key. But yeah, it's a key. That's also maybe like a tadpole or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird looking. I do like it. I like the shape of the head, and the little scowly expression on the face. The key could use a little bit of work. Maybe instead of trying to do like a normal standard key like you'd find today, you know, maybe stick with like a Kingdom Hearts Keyblade style key. You know, those tend to be more recognizable as keys. You know, when you're doing a design like for artistic purposes. But yeah, I dig this design. I think it's pretty cool because it's one of those things where when you're drawing a key that's you know kind of like jagged keys like we carry in our pockets today. It tends to look more like a sword or a blade with a jagged edge rather than a key. So just a little critique there. Like I said, I'm not trying to rip on the art too much. I'm just talking about like design elements and aesthetic wise. If you're designing a key Pokemon, and it's possible that they wanted it to look more like a blade. Like it could be like that key can be something it uses to defend itself. So that's Keeling. Tominkle, grass fairy type. Okay, so this is a tomato, or it's supposed to be a tomato, obviously. There's two little round things in the front. Are those feet? Are those little tomato boobs? I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly, because it's got the leaves on its head, on its head, like where it's supposed to be, and then it's got them like sticking out of the sides and back of it. Like it's just kind of a weird little thing. I like the concept of a tomato Pokemon. It brings back those Attack of the Killer Tomatoes vibes. Except it's not trying. It's not mouth full of teeth wide open trying to kill you. It's not. It's a little off. I think. Like I said, I think with some tweaks, this could be a really cool looking Pokemon. All right, next up we got Rowell. It's creepy. It's creepy. It's like this deformed Two-Face cat hybrid, like think Two-Face from Batman, but also a creepy cat. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I get from this thing. I don't know who heard it. Perhaps it was fighting with the Pokemon equivalent of Batman, and had half of its body dunked in acid or exploded or something. I don't know. It's in rough shape. But like I said, I do like the concept of it. The design is very nice. Body might be a little too long, but again, that might be more of an artwork thing than a design concept thing. So we're gonna leave that alone for a little bit. Alolan Dunsparce. Oh yes, the Alolan Dunsparce. It's a dragon type. Not a fan. I've already said previously, if you're gonna do something with Dunsparce, it better just absolutely kill it. it's not trying to turn Dunsparce into something it's not. Like it's not like trying to turn it into like a giant winged beast or you know, or some sort of bug or you know. It's still keeping it a snake, which I appreciate. But yeah, it's not really doing a lot. It really just seems like they took Dunsparce and then took all of its cute little extras away from it and then painted it green. Like, okay, we're ripping the drill off of its tail, we're taking away the little wings, and then we're gonna paint it green and stretch its body out. It's a cucumber. It's a cucumber with a little frill around its neck and its little fin things on its tail. So yeah, not a tremendous fan of this one, but it's better than some of the cringy Dunsparce evolutions I've seen, if that makes sense. So it's a step up from those. Berry. Okay, it's the berry holding Pokemon, and it looks so freaking high right now. This Pokemon is messed up. It looks like it's got marijuana growing out of its butt, okay? and it shows. Like, I feel like this Pokemon has been hitting the ganja pretty hard. Like, it's you know, it's got the sort of red eyes and the look on its face like, hey. It's just, I can picture this like in Pokemon Clover alongside a stoner, you know, just like, it's like, whoa, it gives you weed and holds your berries? Dude. So yeah, it's, this is a thing. It's a very, very high thing. UB Thermo. It's an ice poison type. This thing, it reminds me of like what would happen if Nihilego had a face. Like, it definitely has a lot of the Nihilego vibe going on. It's you know, got the jellyfish aesthetic with the little tentacles and the frills around the neck and the, you know, dome orb like head. Like I said, it's like if somebody had taken Nihilego's face and just sort of, or Nihilego's head and just sort of stretched it out and drawn a face on it. You know, and the purple is nice. The purple is really nice. Like if Nihilego had purple spotting on it like that, that would be really cool. Like I said, because Nihilego as it is right now, I think it's a little too monochrome. It's like, you know, too one color. It's mostly white. I think if it had like some blues, purples on it like this thing does, it would look a little better. But like I said, I think aside from the colors, this thing resembles Nihilego quite a bit. Wixfee. It looks like the feet, the bottom part of it is supposed to be like sticks, like it's a fire. You know, it's a fire type. You know, it's sentient fire, basically. Not the worst sentient bonfire I've seen, mind you. There's some Fakemon that I've seen that are similar in concept to this that didn't have this kind of attention and detail put into them. So, like I said, it's not the best attempt that I've seen something like this, but it's not the worst one either. Tori. It's ice flying. It's got that whole Excalibur nose going on there. Like, you can't see the whole beak in this picture, but pretty sure that goes on for a little ways. Kori, I know in Japanese has like an ice or snow related connotation. I don't know what the exact translation would be. And then Tori is bird. So there you go. He's got the Japanese the Japanese name going on, this pseudo-Japanese. The blue spots kind of all over it. I don't know if any of those blue spots are supposed to be wings or. And then little blue feet. So the blues definitely give it that impression that it's cold. And of course the little black part on the underbelly makes it seem like it's kind of supposed to be a penguin. I don't know if it is supposed to be a penguin or not, but like I said, when you think of birds that live in the cold, you think penguins, and when it's black and white like that, it's like, oh, maybe this is supposed to be some sort of a penguin, because I can't really see like these really pronounced wings on it, you know. So anyway, it gives off that penguin vibe, like it doesn't seem like something you'd see flying around, but it seems like you might see it waddling around somewhere. So anyway, it's not bad. It's not a bad Pokemon. I think with a couple of tweaks, it would be a really cool design. Rainfall. It's a water type. It's Savile. It looks like Happy Savile. Like that's basically what it is. It's Happy Savile. Yeah, I mean the little deals on the head and the tail are a little different, but I mean other than that, it looks like Savile but happy. so happy-ol. I don't know. Yeah, not the greatest design. Like I said, it's way too similar to Savile, you know, and Savile's fresh on everybody's minds because it's one of the 3 newest Pokemon to be revealed. So yeah. Again, if I'd seen this in February, I probably would have been like, oh, this is really cool. But you know, as in seeing it now, it's like, I don't know. That's Happy Savile. Anyway, moving on. Slugga. It's what did you do to Savile's arms and legs? Now this is as much like Savile as the last one. Like I said, it's got the blue coloring. I like the little stripes on the head. Is the thing on the side, is that supposed to be like a wing or a fin? Does it have one fin? Is it a seahorse? Like there's so much. Like, it's like why does it have like just the one fin wing and like the arms and legs? Is it supposed to be 2 fins? I see there's like a division there. Is it supposed to be like you have one fin on one side and the other fin on the other side? Like it would have helped if it's supposed to be one on each side. It would have helped if it started a little, or if it went a little more into the middle of the body. That would help to know that there's a fin on each side, because right now it just looks like it's got just one big fin sticking out of the middle of its chest. So like I said, that's I know I'm kind of critiquing the art a little bit here, but I'm just when I'm trying to understand what a design concept is supposed to be, sometimes I have these types of questions if it's not that clear. So again, I'm not trying to critique the art as much, just trying to understand what the design is meant to be. But anyway, like I said, it's not as big of a Savile ripoff as the previous one. And again, I'm not saying that you deliberately ripped it off. I'm just saying it looked a lot like it. So, but yeah, this guy I like a lot better. But like I said, it's just the thing with the fin/fins in the middle of it. I think it's a little weird. So anyway, all right, that's going to be it for this Fakemon showcase, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to have your creations featured on Fakemon Showcase, let me know down below in the comments. I will get with you on how we can get your submissions to me. Remember, I don't want like a whole 150 mon Pokedex. 20 is about the max that I want to do in any one showcase. And I don't want to have like just 1 or 2 mons either, so if you can do at least a full team of 6, that would be appreciated as well. Anyway, look forward to the next one, and as always, I hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye!